Alright, what's up everyone? It's your boy Keen and welcome to today's vlog. Here to talk about my top 5 fullbacks heading towards the 2013 NFL Draft. For this group, I have a couple of good, pure blocking fullbacks as well as a couple of tailbacks who should convert to fullbacks heading towards the 2013 NFL Draft and heading for their NFL careers. Starting at number 5, I'm going to go with Lonnie Pryor out of FSU. Florida State. Now he's a little bit of an underachiever during his career in college football. I think he's a pretty good talent, but he runs a 4.840 according to the scouts in the NFL Scouting Combine. And like I said, he was a little bit of an underachiever. I think there were times where he did show sparks that he could carry the load at the running back position for the Noles. But due to injuries that he suffered during his career, as well as the talent around him, like Chris Thompson and James Wilder, that kind of limited his play as a running back for the Seminoles. But I still think he's a pretty good talent. He has decent hands, average 8 yards per carry, so he could definitely pound the rock a couple of times. But he needs to become a better blocking fullback, and that's what the NFL uses the fullback as a lead blocker for the tailbacks, and he just needs to bulk up as well. He only weighs 229 pounds. He needs to get at least 11 pounds, probably 21 pounds to play that fullback position and still run that 4.840. At number 4, I'm going to go with Braden Wilson out of Kansas State. Now he was played a major role in that ground attack for the Wildcats, including leading for runners Colin Klein, John Hubert, and even NFL player in front of Miami Dolphins, Daniel Thomas. And he was the lead blockers for all 3 of these players, and he's a great blocker. I wish he was a little bit more versatile in the ground game, meaning able to run the football as well as catch the football. But I think he will be a very late round draft selection, probably the last round at the latest. I think he's a great player, but I really think due to his non-versatility as a runner and a receiver, he might not get selected for this year's NFL draft. But I still think he's a great talent as a lead blocker. So in order to make the team of an NFL team, if he is not drafted, he's going to have to be a good special teams player as well as a good fullback. At number 3, I'm going to go with Harvard's Kyle Juszczyk. He's a good receiving player. He can even play the H-back, a tight end, and I think he's a good hybrid type player. He had over 1,400 yards receiving as a career for the Crimson. I think he's a great player. Yes, he did play in a lower level talent and one AA talent, but I still think he's a great player, good receiver, and he does weigh 250 pounds. I do like that. Actually, 240 pounds. Sorry about that. Little miscalculation on that, but he weighs 240 pounds, good size, and he could be a receiver. That's why I had to bump him at number 3. At number 2, now this is going to be a pure great blocking type fullback, and Tommy Bohannon out of Wake Forest. He had over 208 yards this past season receiving, so that does show that he can receive the ball outside the backfield, but he is very strong. Well over 20 reps at 225 pounds at the Scouting Combine. I think he could be an excellent blocker, lead blocker for any running back in the National Football League. And at number 1, I'm going to go with SMU tailback, should head towards the fullback, Zach Line. Now he has surpassed Eric Dickerson in the all-purpose yardage mark for the SMU Mustangs in the school history. He is a great running back, rushed for over 1,000 yards a couple of times during his career. Yes, he only weighs 230 pounds, but I think he could bulk up just a little bit, and he is a great talent. He does run just a 4.740, so just like Lonnie Pryor, both of these 2 players were tailbacks, and because of that speed, they should bulk up and become converted fullbacks who could be excellent receivers outside the backfield. I think even Zach Line can play an H-back position and probably make it to the slot end and play a decent receiver. But we will see. He's a good player. I think overall and talent-wise, he's the most talented out of my top 5, but I really think he could be a good fullback in the National Football League. Yes, he needs to bulk up just a little bit, 10 to 15 pounds, and he should be just fine. Now, I don't really have any honorable mentions at the fullback position, but I do have a sleeper for you guys. I'm going to go with Penn State's Michael Zordich. He's a decent fullback, good blocking fullback, and he does catch the ball outside the backfield with decent hands, and I think he could be a sleeper at the fullback position. Now, next time I'm going to catch you guys is tomorrow, where I will post you 2 videos talking more about the offensive line, my top 5 offensive tackles, as well as my top 5 guards. And I'm going to lead towards the center on the next day after that. Thank you for watching this vlog. I'm your man, Akeem McCall. Be easy.